Hi, it's Rich Tarani with TMC. Thanks for watching. We are at ITEXPO 2016, Fort Lauderdale. Mike Storello is with us. He is with Voxvalley. And Mike, welcome back to the show. You've been a regular over the years, and we're thrilled to have you.
Thank you very much, Rich. It's always a pleasure to come down for your shows here in sunny Florida, which is great during the middle of winter, so I can't ever complain about that.
Absolutely. And I figure we'd start off talking about Voxvalley and what you guys are doing.
Well, I'd love to, actually. Voxvalley is a software vendor, of voice-over IP products. So we have a full portfolio of products from Class 4, Class 5, soft switch, a nice updated what we call the Vox switch, which is the IP PBX, and UC, both for premise-based and hosted operators, so to speak. Couple of unique products. We have a thing called Vox Bridge, which is a software product that secures our mobility clients. So, in fact, one of the hottest products we have right now is the suite of what we call MoSIP software clients that run on, laptops and, but more importantly, on smartphones, on Android and iOS and Windows and BlackBerry, which has been basically a very hot space for us right now in the BYOD, as people continue to basically use their smartphones as their communication device of choice. Yeah.
So if I'm a small to medium business out there, I am able to take your solution and then have the smartphones act as enterprise, or I should say business devices that are secure and are able to communicate with customers, calling out and not giving the caller ID of the phone, but giving the corporate caller ID, things like that?
Exactly. I mean, you have described it very well. I mean, I think what's happened, is that, again, the smartphone has won the battle of, most employees now use their smartphones almost for everything, but that problem occurs where, the phone number is actually the employee's number and not the company's number. And the communication there now starts that you actually lose connectivity to your corporate system by using your cell phone all the time. So this allows a second line, essentially, to run on the data side. You need a data plan. And I think when employees go to work in the future, I think it'll happen more and more. You'll say, gee, what kind of phone do you have? Do you have an Apple? Okay, download this app, and you're now connected to the corporate phone system, whether it's hosted, whether it's premise again, whether it's something like a Vonage. I mean, or just a VoIP, retail VoIP situation. You'll get a second line into that. Now, the benefits of that are clearly you can connect back into directories that are part of the corporate business, we'll call it. You can do chat and some other features that inside the company. So, a lot of younger people use chat and text and SMS as their main vehicle to communicate, even inside their companies, using their own, texting from their mobile phones. This allows an intercompany chat or text application to be used by everybody that's working at a corporation. It also has some other really nice features where you could send out like a broadcast text. Let's say you have 100 employees, and you say, look, the office is going to be closed today because of a snowstorm. You can just text that to everybody that is connected through that app, which is basically a soft phone running on the smartphone.
So, and the good news there would be, I guess, if people switch phone numbers, in terms of switching their device phone number, they'd still be able to get that message because they would authenticate with the application. And so basically you're going through the app as opposed to going through the phone.
Exactly.
So you get to everybody that's connected to the business phone system.
Exactly. In fact, in many cases, the other thing that we do for companies here is we offer a branding service where we can brand it with your company's name. It usually takes place when there's a significant amount of volume. If you have like a couple of hundred employees or 500 employees, and you want your branded soft phone app running on their smartphones, we do have that kind of service. You can purchase these now on Play stores like Android, iOS, and Windows. But I think you're going to see also I mean, looking out into the future, I think you'll see more things on these apps that will facilitate them being necessary as a tool for the, not only for the mobile worker, but even inside the organization when you're mobile inside the walls. I mean, it's nice to have, okay, if I could get a phone call right now, from my PBX, somebody in my company could call me and say, or leave me a message. I can check voicemail and get back to them right away. Do other features like start a conference bridge. I mean, so all of those PBX features will be built in from the back end at the corporate level, but also getting along really, really well with the MoSIP app that runs on the phone.
So when you talk about branding, I wonder, does that open your company up to being able to sell through the reseller channel, through MSPs, through carriers, things
Exactly,
like that?
exactly. So in fact, when you say, what market we in, it's very interesting. There's a natural to say, okay, you're in the enterprise space, but really, in many cases, this client, and they've been around for a while, as you know, but I think with the BYOD and the proliferation of smartphones, it's replacing the IP desk phone or the hard phone in some ways, because you talk to some people, you say, hey, do you use that nice $300 phone on your desk? And they go, no, I forward it to my cell phone. So hopefully, you're going to gain back control for the company by having these clients run on the smartphones.
Sure, and one of the benefits that is not really talked about very often is having employees give out their corporate number as opposed to their own personal number, allowing you to have control over an incoming message, a greeting, but also when employees leave a company, you're also able to keep the relationship with the customer. And also, they have that phone number that's a corporate number as opposed to a
corporate DID number coming in, so you keep that. I mean, the back end of this is clearly we do have a provisioning server and a management server that you manage all these clients back at your corporate site or through the hosted provider.
Now, is there anything else we should know? Any news or any?
Well, the news is we're continuing to improve and add features to these mobility clients every day. We're coming up with a new release February 1st on MoSIP, which is going to allow it to be sold on the Play stores like Android. So you can buy. The other cool thing about this is they're very inexpensive. I mean, they run for like $7 each for a download. If you compare that, to what even a very low priced IP desk phone, I mean, it's significant savings to get more connectivity through your UC or corporate phone system.
Fantastic. Well, thanks so much for being here today. This was great.
Thank you. Always a pleasure.